What's up, guys? Unique Minecrafter here. Today, we are going to try a throwback to the channel, a space mod. And this isn't any ordinary space mod. This is Ad Astra. And this is very outdated compared to the last video I made, which has blown up. So thank you guys for the support. But let's get straight into it. So first, what you need to do is you need to find an oil well. And these are found in the ocean biomes like this one. And you need buckets for this because using the buckets, you can right click these oils, and these oil wells can lead you to convert it to fuel and energy, which I'll explain that later. But for now, you need to find iron ore next. And iron ore lets you build all these items and blocks for this mod. And it's very important because it'll make it convert into steel. And once you have the iron ingots, these will convert to steel ingots. And these steel ingots can make steel plates and all sorts of that stuff. Next, you need to find a hammer. The hammer lets you do what I just explained earlier, steel plates. And these steel plates make it so you can build the rockets in your suit. And once you've done that, you can make fuel and energy. So first, what you need to do is you need to follow this recipe right here. Iron plates, iron ingot, and iron plates. The hammer lets you make the iron plates, same from the iron ingots, and then the steel plates are from the steel ingots converted to the hammer. So the fuel refinery and the coal generator. The coal generator lets you make energy. This is what you need to make it so a fuel refinery. A fuel refinery lets you have fuel for your rocket. For example, when I was showing earlier the oil buckets, putting the oil buckets in here lets you have fuel for your rocket. And then putting an empty bucket here lets you get a fuel bucket. And once you do that 3 times, you can go back over here. And this is the second step of the process, because you need oxygen for the moon. And that's the only place you can go right now if you're starting early. So using this automated process I have here, I have a water pump which gets water from below and it comes to the water right here. Then using the water, it converts it to oxygen. And you need energy for these 2 systems, which is over here. And this thing right here is a dash cable. You don't necessarily need this, but I was making it shown easier because it's basically a separate system over here instead of all clumped up in this one area. And you could do that, but I don't recommend it. Once you've done that, and everything I just shown you, you can make your rocket. And using your rocket is using these steps. And basically it's using the steel blocks, the steel ingots, and all of that stuff. And to help you out through the process, there's a Ostradux, which is this thing. And it can basically show you how the inner workings of this mod work. And then once you get your rocket and you've done all those steps, you can place it on a launch pad. And the launch pad is very simple too, and it just uses the steel and the iron plates. But this is what you need. And then once you have the fuel ready, you shift right click the rocket, and then you put the fuel inside the rocket. And then now you're ready. But you need to fill the spacesuit, right? So that's basically very simple. Once it should have 0 oxygen, and then once you put the spacesuit in here, and this one, it automatically fills it 100. And then you are ready to lift off into space. And then this is the countdown, and this will take 10 seconds approximately. So make sure you guys don't die during this video because I'm really scared. Anyway, we are lifting off, and yeah, this is basically what's going to happen to you. There's the moon, which we are about to go shortly, and this is what happens, and I see you in a couple seconds. Okay, we just made it to the solar system, and the only places we can go right now is the moon. And the moon is very cold, as you know, and the gravity there is much less than Earth. So be careful and keep in mind when going to space. And once you land on the moon, you need to hold space because if you don't, you will explode and kill you. So I'm gonna do that right now. Just keep spamming it a little bit. You know, don't spam it too hard or you'll die. And we made it. So this is what the moon looks like, and if I go in survival right now, it uses oxygen, and you only have a limited time. So the whole point of going to the moon is to find ores. And these ores are found all across caves and stuff, and there's some structures you can find. Like these, there's some raw dash, which actually upgrades your rocket and to find other systems, which I'm going to show you right now. Also, one thing to point out, you need to have fuel to get back. So you might want to make some extra fuel buckets to make sure you're safe. Okay, once you make a tier 2 rocket, you can go to Mars. And Mars is very difficult because you need a lot of oxygen, and it's this one right here. But once you go into Mars, you are falling down very rapidly. And this is the red planet. Okay. Once you made it here, you're gonna see a structure. And this structure over here. And once you find the structure, you can go inside it, and then if you dig straight down, and there's some ores, Austrium ore. Finding Austrium ore lets you make an Austrium tank and all these other blocks, which is useful for tier 3 rocket. The tier 3 rocket lets you find all the other planets. And you're gonna see a couple of monsters spawn. So make sure you keep in mind with that. Oh shoot, what is that thing? It's a Martian raptor. So like I was saying, there are monsters that might attack you. And they're not that difficult to attack. So they're not that intelligent as you can see, because they're going back already. But once you find all these items for tier 3, you can go back to spawn and make it. Then there's tier 4, which lets you go even farther, and then once you've done that, it lets you have access to all these planets, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so once you have the tier 4 rocket, you'll have access to Proxima Centauri, and there's only one planet in this category, but in the solar system you can have access to Mercury, Mars, Venus, and Earth, which are all the close rocky planets. But we'll go to Callisto, which is very difficult to survive because the monsters there are very hard. And you'll also get a advancement, and look how huge the sun is. Oh my god. But yeah, that's the sun. And once you arrive here, it's very snowy planet. The gravity here is less than Earth's. And if you go here, you'll find yourself some glacial rams, which are basically sheep that are harmless for you. So, yeah. Then, once you find this area, and if you go down, there's some ore, Glisso ore. And Glisso ore lets you help craft some building blocks and some other decorative items. Also, be careful, because once you fall, you can get back up. And there is a lot of snow down here, so just be mindful when you are traversing this terrain. And yeah, that, guys, wraps up this video. And I opened my membership, so if you guys want to support me and really contribute to the channel, I'll leave a link down below to subscribe to my membership. And if you guys subscribe to my membership, you get access to perks and all sorts of other benefits if you subscribe to the channel. But yeah, thank you guys for supporting me to 1,000 subscribers. I cannot believe that we made it this far, and I really hope you guys really stick with me through my journey so far, and hopefully the future has me covered from you guys. But anyway, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.